Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for our webinar, Streamlined Simplicity, Assurity's new critical illness product. I'm Christy Magorian, your Regional Sales Coordinator here at Assurity for the Southeast region. And before we jump in and get started today, first, I just have a couple of housekeeping items that I would like to go through. First, all lines are going to be muted throughout the presentation today. If you do have any questions, please be sure to either note them down on your paper where you're at or type them into the chat box, and we'll address all questions at the end of the presentation. I'll also be sharing contact information for your sales team, and I encourage you to reach out, give us a call this week to go over any other questions that you have on the product or anything else that we can do to help you get your first few quotes and first new CIF done. So just to get things started though, for those who are not familiar with Assurity, we are a mutual organization and have been around for 128 years. Being a mutual insurance company means we're owned by our policyholders, formed for their collective and mutual benefit, and are dedicated to long-term goals and strategies that benefit our policyholders and community. As you can see on your screen too, just a few of the different things that we are a part of here. So we are a Gallup Great Workplace Award. We've received that. We are a certified LEED Gold building, and we are a B Corporation. And that's something that the sales team, we also would love to fill you in the details of that. So I know you're ready to hear all the details in the new product, but first I want to give you a little insight as to why we felt it was a good time to make some changes to our current products. Gallup ran a poll in 2018 in regards to long-term financial challenges that Americans were concerned with based on their current financial situations. Most will have at least one of these financial worries, while 50% will harbor 3 or more of these. So if you just look at this list here, a lot of them do entail things dealing with your paycheck or events that can actually set you off of your financial track. So while we all have our own financial worries, it's hard for many Americans to save money. So from a survey done this January, we can see only 40% of us have enough money put away to cover an unexpected expense, such as a car repair, a household expense, or an ER visit. More than a third of us say they would need to borrow more money, either by using a credit card, a personal loan, or borrowing money from family or friends. 14% said they would try to reduce their spending to pay bills, and 10% are in that I will figure out something mindset. So while we can't provide the ultimate solve for each of these different conditions, critical illness insurance is a solid solution that can affect each of these and add a layer of comfort to your clients. So now for the new product. So we have kept the framework from our previous critical illness policies. However, we've made a lot of adjustments to enhance the product. Our goal was to provide the simplicity of one plan with comprehensive coverage. Some of the features you'll be interested in, as you can see, issue ages have increased from 64 to 70. Simplified issue is now available for amounts up to $75,000. We have added 5 new riders for personalization. And lastly, we have changed the way the policy pays out. We are going to keep a lot of the same main bones of the original product, though, that all agents and clients we've worked with have learned and begin to love. So covered conditions of the policy, this is where you're going to start to see a little bit of a change. The base policy will now have 11 covered conditions. We're no longer using the category approach as we were on the previous products. However, the plan is not a one and done plan. Once benefits have been paid for a condition, as long as the insured keeps the policy in force, they have the ability to receive benefits from any other covered conditions on diagnosis. Main factors to that will be 1, as long as the illnesses are separated by at least 6 months, and the new diagnosis is not caused or contributed to by other critical illnesses that they've already received benefits for. So just as an example, if you have a client who has a $50,000 policy, they're diagnosed with cancer, once we're able to confirm everything, policy would pay $50,000. 2 years later, the client has a heart attack. Again, once we're able to confirm everything, we'll receive a second check for $50,000. 10 years later, the client suffers a stroke. They'll receive a third check for $50,000. Worst case scenario, 5 years following that diagnosis of advanced Alzheimer's, they would receive a fourth check for $50,000. So this policy has the potential to pay out on every single one of these conditions on the screen. So keep that in mind. We're not a one and done plan. Now, what we have done to enhance the product itself even further is adding on additional riders. So we have kept all the original riders that we did have, the original 5, and now we have added 5 more to truly customize for your client's needs. I'm going to take just a few minutes here to run through the basics of each of those riders. So the additional critical illness rider, as you notice, since we did cut down that base policy list, we have added a rider that has 6 additional coverage options that you can put on the policy. So by adding this rider, we're going from 11 conditions to 17 covered conditions. And this would pay the exact same way anything on that base policy would. Next, our critical accident rider. Many agents that are selling high deductible health plans look to package critical illness and accident insurance to provide supplemental coverage against major health events that their clients may suffer from. This new rider adds a layer of accident protection against those major health events resulting in a hospital stay. Benefits paid on this are anywhere from $2,500 up to $25,000 once per confinement and not more than once per calendar year. For complete details on the rider and the schedule of how this works, I encourage you to look at the product guide on AssureLink to see. Next, we have our increasing benefit rider. So we realize that medical inflation can erode a policy's benefits, thus the need for this rider. This will be added for any clients up to age 60 and limited to policies $50,000 or lower. And the way this would work is from the $50,000 policy would have an annual increase on the benefit of $2,500. The great thing about this is this rider, the increase is done automatically. Policy premiums do not change. So no additional work for your client once they have added this rider. Next, we have our loss of independent living. So this rider can be added for clients up to age 70, and benefits on this are paid regardless of any benefits paid on the CI policy or other riders. So it's just another way to enhance that policy. And the last new rider is our Reoccurrence Writer. This rider can be added for clients up to age 70, and benefits paid on this rider will match what was paid for on the initial occurrence. If the reoccurrence is related to cancer, the insured person must be in complete remission prior to the date of the subsequent diagnosis. So the great thing about this rider, even though we hope none of your clients deal with it, is if they do have something that happens again, once they've already received benefits on this policy, they do have that opportunity. So it just opens up that client for those scenarios where life happens. Next, I wanted to just show you what this process will look like, because it is going to be a little different than what you've seen when it comes to how this works, but it also is going to be similar to the process we used before. So when using our e-application system, you'll be able to do the simplified product up to $75,000. We will have knockout questions that are available that will either let if the client is approved or if they're not eligible for coverage. It also will have some options to refer to an underwriter just depending on the way they answer those questions. And then it'll go through to be issued in our issue department here. So the great thing about the simplified part of the product is it is going to stay similar to the old product, where we're still using that 4-day turnaround on cases that have been approved. E-application is available on the fully underwritten product as well. So I do encourage you, if you have an amount in your writing above $75,000, to still use the e-application just to make that process easy overall for you and your client. And wanted to let you just see the states where this product is going to be available today. We are working on and we'll send out lists of states that come approved each month as we do hear back from the Department of Insurance, but this is what we're going to have to start off with. And this also is available on AssureLink now. If you go into the product information, you'll see new critical illness, and from there you could access these state approvals as well. So now I wanted to show you guys what the product will look like cost-wise. I know we've had a lot of questions in the sales area about how this is going to compare. It is very favorable to what you've seen before, but just the better base of the whole product itself. So this first sales idea here, we either are this person or we know someone in his shoes. Having friends or family suffering with health problems. How would this affect you? And would you be able to continue your current lifestyle? So this scenario here, we have Brian, he notices that impact and, wants to stay on top of his bills and save for retirement but he's seen his parents and he's seen that impact that's had on them, and he can't take his good health for granted. So the way this product looks for the $50,000 benefit, he qualifies for simplified underwriting. You can see that premium there for a 42-year-old male, $59.52 per month. Now, sales idea 2, this is showing the impact of a family of stay-at-home parent suffers a critical illness. So think about who is going to take care of the children. Will the spouse have to take time off from work to help? How will they keep their bills paid? And what additional bills could pop up from this? So thinking daycare and medical-wise. So this scenario, we have a family, a stay-at-home mother, 34-year-old female. We can see the premium here for $25,000 is $17.13 per month. So our third sales idea, this is a single woman. And what I want you to do is think about someone you know who is just starting out their adult life or who is starting over. Protecting that base of that new life is important for their future. But growing medical bills, the thought of needing to take time off from work can affect that lifestyle. So in this case study here, we have Angie, a 52-year-old woman. We did a $50,000 policy, and that premium is $77.63 per month. Now, resources that you have available to learn more about the product, get some other sales concepts or ideas, you can access our website, and this is without having to do a sign-on to AssureLink, is criticaloutlook.com. I encourage you all to go out and take a look today, look at the information that's available out there for you that you can utilize to start to grow your sales. For materials for you, we do have some new materials available. You'll be able to access these on AssureLink as well. New consumer pieces. We do have a few pieces and also a video that is available that you can share with your clients. For you as an agent, we do have some podcasts available. These are on AssureLink in the training area. Also, be on the lookout. We're going to have a new one showing up that will just go over the details of this product as well. So if you've thought about getting into critical illness before but weren't really sure, I think the podcast that you will see will give you some great vision into how you can incorporate this product into your sales. And from there, I know that's a really quick presentation for you guys, but I'd love to open it up for any kind of questions that you may have. Feel free to type those into the chat feature, or you also can click on to raise your hands and we'll see. So I do have some questions here. So we'll start with this. Do you have approved info to send to the client's list? Yes, that material, like we had showed those consumer pieces, so that is out on AssureLink, where you can go and pull those materials to use. And those are PDFs that you have available. Return of premium option. We do have the return of premium writer. That's one of the original writers in the policy. So we do still have that available on this new product. Commissions. Commission schedules did change since we've gone from 2 products to 1. So I would advise you to log on to your AssureLink account and access a new copy of your commission grid. If you do have any questions on how to do that, feel free to give us a call. Either our new business contact center can direct you, or any member of our sales team can direct you to that as well. This presentation will be shared on AssureLink and on the Critical Outlook site. Also, all of you who have been on this presentation will get a copy of this after the webinar. Go through the knockout questions of the product. That information we'll have to get back to you. We'll send some more information out. I would encourage you to check out the new applications on AssureLink. That'll go over all of the specifics of the questions. Just that information, depending on the way your clients answer some of the questions, could be a knockout or it could be a referral. So I'd encourage you to take a look there, and we'll make sure to follow up with you as well. The one feature of the product that we are keeping from the previous is the return of premium on death. So what that means, as long as the policy is in force, if your client were to pass away of any kind of condition, so maybe it's a car accident, for example, return of premium at death, that would return all premiums to a beneficiary on the policy. So we still do have that feature on the new plan as well. Sales video that is available is okay for you to share with your clients. Any time frame on when Illinois will be available? It is not on the first rollout, but I believe Illinois is set for the second rollout. We will follow up with you on specifics. Is there a chart with premium by age and amount for this product? I do not believe we have rate charts available, but if you do go out on AssureLink, the new product is available in our software system today. Okay, does this replace any other plans that are available? Right now you do have access to both just for a couple of weeks, but we will be replacing the existing plans. The e-application is up and available for amounts up to $500,000. Just in regards to the simplified plan is what goes up to $75,000. Guaranteed renewal to what age on this product? So the policy is guaranteed renewable for life, but the benefit amount will be reduced by 50% in the latter of the third policy year and the policy year following the insured's 70th birthday. Again, in regards to commissions, advise you to log on to your AssureLink. You'll be able to pull an updated commission grid. I see some questions out here in regards to presenting to groups. I will have the regional team that you work with follow up with you on that. When will this be available in California? We are in the filing process, so as soon as that is available, we will let you know right away. Where do I access quotes? If you log on to AssureLink and go into the product information, or just go up into the quick links in the top right, you will see the Assurity's illustration software system, and if you go there, you will have access to the new product to quote. Again, if you have questions on finding that, just reach out to your sales team and we're more than happy to help you out to find that. Okay, I have a couple of existing clients with whole life policies, so I have an option to get these riders for the clients. Depending on the states, we do offer the critical illness rider as an option that you can add on to a whole life or a term policy. If you have cases that are already currently in-house pending, I would reach out to our new business area and have them go ahead and quote you adding on that rider. If you do have further questions on that, you also can access us, your sales team, and we're more than happy to help out with that. Did the old product cover reoccurrence, or if the person had a heart attack and got 100% of benefit, and then a year or two down the road, didn't the policy pay 2 times? The old policy did not cover reoccurrence. It was a first ever diagnosis with no reoccurrence options. It was set up in the 3 categories. So if you had a client who had a cancer diagnosis and then 10 years later had a heart attack, they still would have had the opportunity to claim more than once, but never on the same or a related condition. ROP, if death occurs, less than he claims. So that is correct. So if a client does pass away of any cause, and we do have that return of premium on death, if there have been any claims in the policy, any return of premium would be reduced by the claims that they have received from us. If we have quotes on old product out, how much longer is a new product? I would advise, if you've already started working on the sale, reach out to us, and we're more than happy to walk you through quotes on the new product to see where that compares for you, to see if you would want to maybe offer that new product now. So you will have that option. So I'll share the contact information with you guys here. We do have the critical illness as an add-on on the writer, on the life insurance policies. Maximum benefit on the plan, again, will go up to $500,000. Okay. Well, I know we have a few extra questions out here, but I want to make sure we're respectful of your guys' time. I will have regional teams that work with you follow up to go over any additional questions that you have had during this presentation. And with that, just like to thank you for joining me this afternoon to learn more about our critical illness product, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you so much, and have a great day.